the stream of your favorite drink. Sit back and relax. You're chilling with Hex Asians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and Middle Class Working Man.
Hex Asians? Nice.
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! Emotional damage. Give me sushi!
Namaste, Hexasions. How is everyone? A very happy Diwali to everyone. It's me, Dheeraj, coming live from Manila. Let me know what you guys are drinking. Well, I was drinking some Sting energy drink. I had it a little while ago. So right now it's kind of paradoxical that after having an energy drink, I'm feeling a bit but wait, let me light the virtual candelabra. Should be better. Yes, light for Diwali, which is the Indian festival of lights. If you guys don't know, let me see. Oh, we have two listeners joining in. Of course, our very own Alan Fizame. Nice to see you. Long time no see. And Crypto Gains Club 369, who's drinking coffee. Good to know. Yes, and we have Cigaro, 28th November court date incoming. Yes, everybody has their eyes on it. For me, it is, of course, it's going to be a sell the news kind of event. So I'm not particularly bullish, but we'll go to price talks maybe later. But hey, or maybe we can do it right now. Let me bring up the hex chart. Let me, where do I go? Present screen. Hmm, yes. Oh, such a beautiful chart. Uh, you can see the MACD has crossed down bearish. This doesn't look as bad it does when you zoom out, kind of. By the way, my last or the penultimate or the one before I did do a prediction around August that we might see a jump in price in November. We have it so far, but we are like still we are kind of neutral. We are back at the August price. So really, like, we are back at what we were 3 months ago. Not uh, not bad if you ask me. Depends on where you bought. It's like if you did average out or dollar cost average in, yeah, you did pretty well. not accounting for staking. But hey, this is good. If the thing I turned off the Bollinger Bands because when you turn it on, it looks like this. The log chart. This is crazy. Again, the lower Bollinger Band has been breached. So again, more bearish. Can't say anything. Like I don't know anything bullish other than the court date, which if like the hearing goes in our favor, which I think it will. uh, yeah, that should be kind of bullish. Like mm, institutional investors may find more confidence in buying hex. That is the only narrative that can fit a purchase at that point, but everything is kind of see. I do kind of have a I have like kind of lost confidence in the hex community as a whole. I actually like the community has been fractured a long time ago, and with some like we have seen a lot of projects come in, people come into the hex community, then start saying they are hexicans, then they go on to launch their own coin and then start shit talking hex. Like we have seen, by the way, we are kind of near the 4 year mark of hex. I I was actually planning to do a kind of a video documentary of the 4 years so far, like of my perspective, which it has been kind of boring, but still, yeah, you can do have a fun time with it. All the crypto hacks that have occurred in the 4 years. Anyways, where I was going with this is yeah, but like yeah, so many people have come in, launched their own coins, and yeah, I'm going to fire a few shots one particular hex. Wait, I will turn off this chart. Yeah. So there is one particular hex yeah, brought us all these furus and new coin founders, and people still go Hello. That technical difficulty was brought to you by SMART, the telecommunication network of the Philippines. Yeah, the network is called SMART, but it's really dumb. Like, it's when I want it the most, it stops working. Let me see. We have, as I can see, Alan Fizame left. Hopefully, he will catch the stream live again, um, on replay at 2x speed. Crypto gains. We have Tintop joining us as well as Ahmed Nabil. Yeah, long time not never see. Yep. And yeah, thanks, Finbear, for confirming that I'm back. Uh, yeah, talking about smart network, it kind of reminded me of a funny story. When my dad was visiting me in the Philippines, and he came, I he was in the lobby of the building, and I was in office. He wanted to call me, uh, but so he was like talking to the guard, and he said, the guard said, like, yeah, give me his number and I will call him. And his my dad gave him his my number, and he was like, the guard was like, sorry, this is smart number, cannot call this. I have Globe, like, so, which is the other network. So uh, yeah, that sounded funny in my head, but there was supposed to be a pun regarding smart. Anyways, these kind of jokes are kind of crazy. Tintop is saying lessons in delayed gratification. Y- Yes, we are slowly learning those lessons, and I hope everyone does so, because yeah, look, if you ask me, the year so far has been like crazy. There is this channel or Twitter account that posts memes of the month, and every month of 2023 has had a meme kind of going on. Like, from the uh, first one being the Chinese balloon. Then we had the the Five Guys meme, the female police officer meme. Eh, we can go through them separately, but the last month, like, if you haven't, unless you have been living under a rock, uh, you have been heard, you must have heard about the war going on. See, I was kind of uh, asked regarding my political view regarding the war. Yeah, like, hey, first of all, I have no horse in the race. That is, I am currently living thousands of miles away, so I really don't care what happens in the east. Of course, so I am a human. I don't want human suffering going on. Killing people is never a solution. But so basically, if you ask me which side I am on, like, I am on neither side. Like, sometimes, yeah, there is no choosing between a greater or lesser evil. the option should always be good versus evil, and neither of the parties are any good. Ma- but I thought about it, and like actually I was listening, or rather I remember listening to an old podcast by, not even a podcast, but a kind of a documentary by a guy named Jack Fresco. Jacques Fresco. He has been on Larry King, and he passed away, I think, a couple of years ago. He see, his solution to the war, for ending the war, was very simple: put wartime sanctions on all the defense contractors. When when they stop making profit of selling weapons, all these wars will stop immediately. This is all I wanted to say. Like, anyways, tin top. uh, I actually do live on the rocks. Hey, we are all living on the third rock from the sun. But yeah, I prefer to use a mixer instead of on the rocks. If you know, like, yeah. uh, and it's funny, like, people come up with stories regarding what on the rocks means, and the or drinking on the rocks means. It was supposed to be that some Englishman used to put cold stone from the bottoms of the river into their drinks to make it cool, and that is how the drinking on the rocks came into existence. But I really doubt that story. Anyways, mm, what was I saying? Anyhow, the other thing we have seen in the past few months, yeah, the go.hex.com website has been modified, and rather you cannot do it directly on the website. You have to download a certain amount and host the website on your local drive, or which I would say is a kind of a better option, but I personally don't do it. I just use Hedron.pro, which kind of reminds me that, yeah, you have to mint your Hedron before ending your stake. And I only mentioned Hedron because it's the only token that kind of has monetary value right now. Uh, Other than that, I saw a debate yesterday regarding why that move was a bad move, or like pro and cons of it. Like, but I don't know whether you guys noticed, but that whole debate kind of felt scripted. Whenever there is a live debate, like, there has to be some kind of talking over each other, or interrupting, or at least some kind of animated dialogue, like where people get angry, or that was completely lacking, so the whole thing felt scripted. And yeah, and more so because for one one of the participants of the debate is a paid influencer. So don't expect it was kind of worth it wasn't real, like, I had to listen. I was hoping to find something useful to take out of that debate, but really nothing came from it. Yeah. um, Finbear is that is a different story altogether. Like, yeah, there are better websites or better videos for that. If you want to see cleavage or bob and vagin, then there are better things to do. But hey, everybody, like, if you are a male human and you are not attracted to it, then there is something wrong with you. That's my personal opinion. If I get cancelled for it, it's up to you. Ahmed Nabil asks, "Do you know the reason why we can't stake or mine Hex on Hex website?" See, uh, now, first of all, it technically you're still using the Hex website. It's just like what you are doing now. What a normal website works is it takes data from what you feed from the computer, and then it acts on its server, and then it queries the blockchain, etc., to take compute it, and that server sends you the data. Now, hosting that server is kind of expensive. Plus, there are security risks. Uh, but yeah, hosting a website, even though the charges may be nominal, but it's expensive. Plus, you are giving the users a more secure option by host for letting them host the website themselves on their computer. So it's that is what my thinking is. It's the other thing regarding user experience was the Hex website had a lot of data being queried, and which it had to keep up with. So, like, that made the website a little kind of slow, and we were already seeing a lot of people complaining that, oh, we are having trouble loading the website, it's not showing data, etc. Instead of that, when you're doing it on your own computer, it's much faster. And yes, of course, it's more decentralized, but really, uh, yeah, decent. You really don't need the website if you, like, at a user level. I think at the end user level, most people were using other websites anyway, and with better UI also. So it's okay. Mm. Uh, I think what has been done is good for the ecosystem as a whole. Plus, people, if you are interested, like, it's simple English. You can go to the website and it explains how to use it or stake Hex via self-hosting. Um, so that should be good. Helping people learn more about computers. Uh, yeah, that was the good thing. I like it personally, but I don't use it. Uh, then what else do we have? Uh, yeah, we are also nearing the 6 months we are going to almost complete. I think this should mark the 6th month of Pulse Chain launch. Uh, I can't load the charts right now, but I I'm kind of bullish regarding Pulse Chain, and hopefully those profits would kind of trickle down into PulseX as well, and Ink tokens. Plus, we do have a couple of projects that had conducted sacrifice that were launched finally, namely the NFT website, uh, and what and another DEX, like that should increase some volume, but overall, uh, it's still going to take a long time for reaching back to sacrifice prices on Pulse Chain and especially PulseX. Ahmed, also, I find it hard for new users, especially for me, since it's not real. I'm not really a tech person, but I'm thankful for other sites that allow me to stay convey. Yes, the other thing regarding it is, yes, you can, if you're onboarding uh, uh, tech newbie or non-tech person into Hex, yeah, you can start kind of direct them to a new website or other third-party website, which is good. But it's kind of like, maybe if they are taught to do it at the beginning level, maybe they wouldn't find it as difficult. If, like, when I first use cryptocurrency, like using crypto, it's in itself is kind of difficult. You have to explain so many things, from seed phrase, wallet, it's and security, like in transaction fees. So teaching them a little bit more uh, shouldn't be that as difficult. But maybe for the, so you do have options if you aren't that tech tech techie person. But hmm, yeah, so even I am like, I found it difficult, even though I am into tech, like, so it's a matter of what curiosity, how much you want to use it. Yeah, I did hear some, like, yeah, in the previous, in the aforementioned debate, I had listened some. I was told that, yeah, self-hosting does prevent your, or your IP address being exposed to data. Like, yeah, you are connecting to the internet. It's it's not air gapped. Like, you're unless you are using a VPN, your IP address is still kind of traceable. So that's not really a big advantage, but we have to, if technically, if you really want to have that kind of anonymity, then you shouldn't, like, you should be promoting using anonymous network like Tor, or there is I2P, and there is a new one coming up called the Freenet, um, which is most likely going to come up in the first quarter of 2024. um, they and which I find to have a kind of a advantage. Like it's not particularly meant to be anonymous. Like so, hopefully, it's brought to you brought to you by the Futu.org, which is a uh, FOSS, or free open source software kind of alliance. Uh, they came up, and I know about it through Louis Rossmann, who is a famous right to repair activist. And funny thing, they have come up with a new app called the Grey J app, which allows you to watch YouTube and other streaming services through their app. And if you're a creator, then your account uh, is kind of saved, and your followers can be aggregated on that website. I still haven't tried it out. I do want to. uh, the thing is, it, because it's open source, it's, yeah, a kind of free to download, but it is a paid app officially. Like so, of course, you have to pay the developers somehow. So do check it out, GreyJ app. The problem with that is, uh, the GreyJ with that app is, what was I saying? YouTube took down the video, or gave a community a strike to Louis Rossmann for promoting that app. So doing that on this channel is kind of risky as well. But this is a small channel, I can get away with it. Plus, this is not my channel officially, so even if it gets banned, uh, I will feel sad, but no loss. Uh, what else was I talking about? So yeah, other things coming up in quarter three, or quarter four rather. We got an the if you're a gamer, or in then you got the best news over the past 10 years, I guess. 7 or 8 years. Finally, GTA 6 is going to launch, and they have promised a promo video in December 2023, that is next month. So I am kind of excited for it. Well, that is one thing, but now when gaming companies make money, that money kind of trickles down into other businesses as well, which is actually kind of a false narrative. But yeah, we can go with that. Plus, with the current war going on, they are going to print more money. That money is going to flow in the stock market slowly. If you are if you don't mind, like investing in what are known as vice stocks, uh, VICE stocks, then yeah, you can bet on the weapon manufacturers. Hmm. But mainly, yeah, the US elections are getting closer. They are going to try and peace the people. Hopefully, things are going to be good. Like the crypto in the past few weeks has been kind of bullish. I I still don't know why. one hypothesis being now that SBF, scam bank, scam bankman fraud has been comprehended. FTX may be able to recover some of the money, which will be given back to the users, which may flow into other cryptos. We did see, I think it was the Illuvium token, or I think it's called Illuvium, which is a kind of a game launched on Ethereum. So that was the kind of the mechanism behind the last pump for Ethereum. Plus, we are seeing Ethereum development going on. So, for those who don't know, like Ethereum 2.0 isn't finished. It's supposed to be five stages. We After the merge, there is supposed to be a verge, which is going to they are going to introduce some uh, account abstraction is what I remember they were pushing for. Then compatibility and making, so using Ethereum in itself may not become uh, cheaper, but you may see reduction in transactions for bridging onto layer twos, which is likely to get translated into bridging onto Pulse chain as well. So that is another thing which is bullish for me. Um, do you guys have any other things I might have missed, which you think is bullish? Yeah, of course. As a hexagon, like we mentioned earlier, um, the case is what my eyes are on. Hopefully, we get justice. Other than that, yeah, November and December are in general not usually bullish. Yeah, it's good for local businesses, of course. In India, there is this is the time for like festive season. Local businesses make money. Plus, if you don't know, like there is something known as muhurat trading, or a muhurat is a kind of a auspicious time of day. So in general, people buy stuff, stocks, gold, anything, and nowadays crypto. So that could have been a slight pump in the market, but not that significant now. But other than that, with Christmas, there is again same thing. People buy stuff, uh, which and one man's spending is another man's earning. So everything slowly trickles down into the stock market. But this is all. I feel this is all theory. Like uh, eh, I don't want to go deep into economics right now. Like for me, all of economics is kind of philosophy. When it comes time for the rubber to hit the road, everything feels. All economists are like glorified talkers, I would say. Not even thinkers keep talking about things, about stuff. Anyways, it's 45. I've been rambling for 45 minutes. It should be half an hour if you discount for the lost time. If you guys have any particular questions for me, do let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys on, hopefully, on the Hex Guild channel. T dot uh, the oh shit, I forgot to. Anyways, the Hex Guild channel, we stream on Wednesday morning, uh, uh, Wednesday afternoon, U- Central US time. Wait, 9 inch came out. You take a look at it? Yes, as I mentioned a couple of, I forgot to mention it by name that uh, yeah, they right, see, again, that again breeded more infighting amongst the group. There are people for it, against it. Like I said, having more dexes on a single chain, it creates it splits up the liquidity, which is not good for buyers, because you get hit by slippage. But if you're a liquidity provider, it's good for you that there is there are always arbitrage opportunities between dexes. So I am all for it. Look, I didn't sacrifice for it, so I have no particular interest in it. uh, I am happy with holding on to Pulse Hex, and I do have some other shit coins which I don't mention because not worth mentioning. Anyways, that is about it. We will see you. I will see you on Wednesday. Hopefully, I will be able to stream again next Monday. I was going to change the timing of this show to early morning, but we have construction work going on in our area, and that's the time they started the jackhammers. So I guess I will stick to this time. Thanks everyone who tuned in. See you guys next time, and it's time for the outro.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.